JP Gandhi, Career Consultant Analyst. JEE Advanced 2023 results have come. In fact, it was in expected lines because everybody knew that this time advanced exams was really competitive. In fact, very happy to see the Hyderabad zone has scored very well and many toppers were from Hyderabad zone. But one thing is very clear that the Hyderabad zone students were very clear in preparing in mindset with that they should do well not only in main but also in advance. But in other zones we have seen that not many, but few students have done very well in main exams, like scoring more than 99.599. But their scores in main, if you look at, they have scored even less than 100 in the advanced examination. That is point to be seen. So many people from Hyderabad zone have clearly concentrated their exams practically very well, both in the main and advanced examination. And this is going to have an impact because these students from Hyderabad definitely will prefer the IITs from the south zone or the NITs from the south preferably. Leave around the top like IIT Bombay, IIT Chennai or IIT Delhi Kharagpur, but other than that they would prefer definitely to come into south. And if you look at the choice also, this time again the choice is becoming computer science, always been one of the top preference, but definitely there is an upswing for the electronics related electrical also. The demand and desire to join chemical, mechanical and civil and other secondary courses is coming down like last time also. In fact, this time if you don't get into IITs, if you have a good score in the main exam, definitely you think about NITs or triple IITs and few triple IITs, you know that you have to apply separately. And also there are central funding technical institute, you can also prefer for it. But before giving choice, make a complete study. Don't just follow the last year preference and all this. Every year the preference changes. So I advise the students, learn about the institutions, how they are placed in NIRF, how their super dream offers, how the centers of excellence have been developed, how the industry institution interactions, how many industry MOUs have they kept. All this you need to keep in mind before you give a choice. Just like that, don't go blindly and give a choice just following the last year's trend or the previous year's trend. Though you can take the help of, there are some apps and there are a lot of websites to help you, but still tell you, you have to analyze by yourself, then give a proper choice filling. And remember, when you give choice filling, remember that give as many as choices possible. And also you can make sure that mark 1, mark 2 will give you, the results will give you probably where you will get. Accordingly, you can make changes so that when the real first term starts, you can really know where you are going to heading for it. And every time, please, before giving freezing or giving a choice option like the slide or float or freezing, decide properly. Don't give immediate action. Think about it and take the options whether to freeze it or slide it or float it. Next, very important, people wants to know how to go about it. What will be the trend of the marks or cutoff or rank? If you look at looking at the trend now this year, the students who got around 115 to 125 will definitely get into old IITs like the courses, very secondary courses like material science and all this. Or maybe in civil in some old IITs like Guwahati also. But they might get into electrical or electronics related courses in new IITs, other fairly new IITs like Tirupati, Dharwad or the Palakkad and all this. But if the student is able to score 140 to 160 range, definitely there is a possibility to get into top new IITs like Rupar and all this, the electronic, or even sometimes you might get into computer science also. But if you got 180 to 200, there's a chance for you to get into computer science and electronics and communication in top 8 to 10 IITs. But if you're able to score 230 plus and around 230 plus, definitely getting into computer science electronics in the top 4 IITs like Bombay, Chennai or the Kharagpur or Delhi will not be a problem. And also make sure that you need to give as many as choices possible. It's better, and make your final corrections after the mark 1, the publication of mark 1 outcome. So this you need to keep in mind, and if you're able to do it, definitely you can go about it. And remember, always take a primary subjects than the secondary subjects, because the world is moving towards a virtual digital world. So definitely doing a primary course, adding on skills will be good for you to move up in your career. Wish you all the very best. Thank you.